What if one of the most powerful foods for your digestion, immune system, heart, skin, and even healthy aging has been sitting quietly in grocery stores all this time? And most people have absolutely no idea. For decades, scientists have searched for compounds that could help the body fight inflammation, support recovery, and protect long-term health. Yet one tropical fruit keeps appearing in study after study. A fruit once so rare and valuable that kings displayed it as a symbol of wealth. A fruit surrounded by myths, misunderstood benefits, and surprising science. And here's the fascinating part. Many people eat pineapple simply because it tastes good.
But what happens inside your body after every bite may be far more remarkable than you realize. Could pineapple help support your immune system? Could it play a role in healthy aging? Why do some experts consider it one of nature's most unique fruits? And is there a right and wrong way to eat it? Stay with us, because some of the most surprising facts about pineapple appear later in this video. By the end, you may never look at this tropical fruit the same way again. When people think about superfoods, they often imagine exotic powders, expensive supplements, or complicated wellness trends. But sometimes the most impressive foods are the ones hiding in plain sight.
Pineapple is one of those foods. Sweet, refreshing, tropical, simple. Yet beneath its rough exterior lies a nutritional profile that continues to surprise researchers and health experts. Unlike many fruits, pineapple contains a unique enzyme called bromelain. This natural compound has attracted scientific attention for decades. But bromelain is only part of the story. Pineapple also provides vitamin C, antioxidants, minerals, hydration, fiber, and plant compounds that may support multiple systems throughout the body. From digestion and immunity to recovery and skin health, pineapple offers benefits that extend far beyond its delicious taste. And perhaps most interesting of all, many of these benefits work quietly behind the scenes. You don't necessarily feel them immediately. But over time, they may contribute to a healthier, more resilient body. Before we explore those benefits, let's travel back in time and discover how pineapple became one of the world's most fascinating fruits. Thousands of years ago, indigenous peoples in South America were already cultivating pineapple. Long before modern nutrition science existed, they recognized its value. Travelers carried pineapple across regions, and eventually it spread throughout Central America and the Caribbean. Then something remarkable happened. European explorers encountered pineapple for the first time, and they became obsessed. In fact, during the 17th and 18th centuries, pineapple became one of the most sought-after luxury items in the world. It was so expensive that only the wealthy could afford it. Some people didn't even eat pineapples.
Instead, they displayed them at parties, alayhi salam, symbols of status and prestige. Imagine buying a fruit simply to show guests how rich you were. That's how extraordinary pineapple seemed. Over time, cultivation expanded, transportation improved, and pineapple transformed from a rare luxury into a fruit available to millions. But even today, it still carries a certain sense of excitement. Maybe that's because pineapple offers something unique, a balance of sweetness and acidity, comfort and refreshment, pleasure and nutrition. And now modern science is helping explain why cultures across centuries valued this remarkable fruit. Because what researchers continue discovering may be even more fascinating than its history. Let's begin with one of pineapple's most well-known strengths: immune support. Every day, your immune system performs millions of microscopic tasks, identifying threats, repairing damage, protecting your body. And to do this effectively, it requires nutrients. One of the most important is vitamin C. Pineapple happens to be an excellent source. Vitamin C helps support immune function in several ways. It assists immune cells, supports normal tissue repair, and helps protect cells from oxidative stress.
Think of oxidative stress as biological wear and tear.
Over time, it accumulates. Your body constantly works to manage it, and antioxidant-rich foods like pineapple can help support that process. But here's something many people don't know. The immune system isn't just about avoiding illness. It's also connected to energy levels, recovery, resilience, and overall wellness, which means supporting immunity may influence how you feel on a daily basis. And pineapple contributes to that support in a delicious and accessible way. But immunity is only the beginning, because the next benefit involves one of the most unique compounds found in nature.
If pineapple had a secret weapon, bromelain might be it. Bromelain is a collection of natural enzymes found primarily in pineapple. Scientists have studied it for decades. Why? Because bromelain appears to support several important processes within the body. One of its best-known roles involves protein digestion. Imagine eating a protein-rich meal. Your digestive system must break those proteins into smaller pieces. Bromelain helps assist that process. But that's only one reason researchers are interested. Bromelain has also been explored for its relationship to inflammation and recovery. Now, inflammation itself is not the enemy. Your body needs it.
It's part of normal healing and protection. The challenge comes when balance is disrupted. This is where healthy lifestyle habits become important. Foods like pineapple can become part of an overall pattern that supports wellness. Athletes have long appreciated pineapple after intense training sessions, not because it's magic, but because it combines hydration, nutrients, carbohydrates, and bromelain into one natural package. And that brings us to another fascinating benefit, one that starts in your digestive tract and influences much more than you might think. If there's one area where pineapple truly shines, it may be digestion.
Modern life isn't always kind to the digestive system. Fast meals, stress, late-night eating, processed foods. Many people experience occasional digestive discomfort. Pineapple offers several characteristics that may help support healthy digestion. First, it contains fiber. Fiber helps maintain digestive regularity and supports a healthy gut environment. Second, bromelain assists with protein breakdown. Third, pineapple contains water, which contributes to hydration, and hydration is essential for healthy digestion. What's fascinating is that gut health influences far more than digestion alone.
Researchers continue exploring connections between the gut and immunity, mood, metabolism, and overall wellness. Some experts even refer to the gut as a second brain. So when you're supporting digestive health, you may also be supporting broader aspects of well-being. But wait until you hear what pineapple may do for your heart, because this next benefit surprises many people. Heart health remains one of the biggest wellness priorities for adults across America. And while no single food can guarantee a healthy heart, certain dietary choices may help support cardiovascular wellness. Pineapple contributes several nutrients that fit into a heart-conscious lifestyle.
Its antioxidants help combat oxidative stress. Its vitamin C supports overall health. Its potassium content contributes to normal bodily functions. And because pineapple is naturally sweet, it can sometimes help satisfy cravings that might otherwise lead to less nutritious choices. Think about that for a moment. One simple dietary swap, made consistently over time, can create meaningful change. Health rarely happens through dramatic transformations. More often, it grows from small daily decisions. A morning smoothie. A fruit bowl instead of a processed snack. A healthier dessert. These tiny choices accumulate, and pineapple can become part of that journey.
But what if the benefits extend beyond the heart? What if this tropical fruit could also help support one of the most important organs in your body, your brain? We'll explore that surprising connection next.
Your brain is one of the most energy-demanding organs in your body. Even though it makes up only a small percentage of your body weight, it consumes an enormous amount of energy every day. every thought, every memory, every decision, every conversation. All of it depends on billions of cells communicating with one another at incredible speed. The challenge is that those cells are constantly exposed to oxidative stress. Over time, daily wear and tear can affect how efficiently our bodies function. This is one reason nutrition matters so much. Pineapple contains vitamin C and antioxidant compounds that help support the body's natural defense systems. And while no food can magically make you smarter or prevent aging altogether, diets rich in fruits and vegetables have consistently been associated with better long-term health outcomes. Think about the healthiest older adults you've ever met. Many share something in common. They didn't rely on miracle products. They built healthy habits over decades. Simple foods, consistent routines, regular movement, quality sleep, and plenty of colorful produce. Pineapple fits naturally into that lifestyle. But the story becomes even more fascinating when we talk about aging itself.
Because one of pineapple's greatest strengths may be helping the body defend itself against one of the biggest drivers of aging. Everyone wants to know the secret to aging well. Not necessarily living forever, but staying active, independent, energetic, and mentally sharp for as long as possible. Scientists who study longevity often focus on a few major factors: inflammation, oxidative stress, metabolic health, physical activity, and nutrition. This is where pineapple becomes especially interesting. Its antioxidants help neutralize unstable molecules known as free radicals. Free radicals are created naturally during metabolism. They're also influenced by pollution, stress, smoking, and other environmental factors. Too many of them can contribute to cellular damage over time. You can think of antioxidants as part of your body's maintenance crew. They're constantly helping manage the wear and tear of everyday living, and pineapple provides those protective compounds in a naturally delicious form. Perhaps that's one reason why many longevity-focused diets emphasize fruits and vegetables so heavily. Not because any single fruit is magical, but because the cumulative effect of healthy foods can be powerful. And here's something worth remembering. The goal isn't simply adding years to life.
It's adding life to years. That's where nutrition truly matters. But if pineapple can support healthy aging, could it also help people maintain a healthier weight? The answer may surprise you. Weight management is often presented as something complicated. And in many ways it can be. There is no single food that causes weight loss, no miracle shortcut, no secret tropical fruit that melts fat overnight. But certain foods can make healthy eating easier. Pineapple is one of them. Why? Because it offers sweetness naturally. Many Americans consume significant amounts of added sugar each day. The challenge isn't enjoying sweet flavors.
The challenge is where those sweet flavors come from. Pineapple provides a satisfying sweetness along with vitamins, water, and fiber. That combination may help people feel more satisfied compared to highly processed sugary snacks. Imagine two afternoon choices: a candy bar or a bowl of fresh pineapple. One provides a quick burst followed by little nutritional value. The other provides hydration, nutrients, and natural sweetness. Small choices like these add up, not in days, but over months and years. And that long-term perspective is often where real success happens. Yet one question often comes up whenever pineapple is discussed. What about blood sugar? Let's talk about it. One of the biggest myths surrounding pineapple is that it's simply too sugary. The truth is more nuanced. Yes, pineapple contains natural sugars, like virtually all fruits. But it also contains nutrients, water, fiber, and beneficial plant compounds.
For most healthy individuals, pineapple can absolutely be part of a balanced diet. The key is portion awareness and overall dietary balance. What matters most isn't one food eaten once, it's the entire pattern of eating over time. Nutrition experts often encourage pairing fruit with protein or healthy fats. For example, pineapple with Greek yogurt, pineapple alongside nuts, pineapple in a balanced meal.
These combinations may help create a more satisfying eating experience. The important takeaway is this: whole fruits and highly processed sweets are not the same thing. Your body responds differently to foods that arrive packaged with fiber, nutrients, and hydration. Alayhi salam always, individuals with diabetes should follow guidance from their healthcare providers. But for many people, pineapple can fit comfortably into a healthy lifestyle. And speaking of energy, many people notice something interesting after eating pineapple. They feel refreshed. Let's explore why. Have you ever noticed how certain foods leave you feeling sluggish, heavy, slow, unmotivated?
Then there are foods that feel different, light, refreshing, energizing. Pineapple belongs firmly in the second category. Part of that comes from its natural carbohydrate content. Carbohydrates are the body's preferred fuel source. Your brain uses them, your muscles use them, your daily activities depend on them. Pineapple also contains water, and hydration is one of the most overlooked aspects of energy. Even mild dehydration can influence how we feel. That's why pineapple often feels especially refreshing on hot days or after physical activity.
Many athletes enjoy pineapple in smoothies or recovery meals because it combines hydration, carbohydrates, and nutrients in one package. No energy drink required, no complicated supplement stack, just real food. But what happens when those nutrients start showing up on the outside? That's where pineapple's reputation for skin health begins. Walk through any beauty store and you'll see thousands of products promising youthful skin. Creams, serums, treatments, masks. And while skincare products certainly have their place, many experts agree on one fundamental truth. Healthy skin starts from within. Your skin is constantly renewing itself, building new cells, repairing old ones, responding to environmental stress. And nutrients play a role in those processes. Vitamin C is particularly important because it helps support collagen production. Collagen is one of the structural proteins that helps maintain skin's appearance and integrity. As we age, collagen production naturally declines. That's why nutrition becomes increasingly important. Pineapple offers vitamin C along with hydration and antioxidants. Together, these nutrients support overall wellness, including the systems that help maintain healthy skin. Will pineapple erase wrinkles overnight? Of course not. But healthy skin is rarely the result of one dramatic action. It's the result of thousands of small, healthy choices repeated over time. And pineapple can be one of those choices. But skin isn't the only area that may benefit from those nutrients. Your eyes depend on them too.
Vision is something many of us take for granted, until it begins to change. The ability to read, drive, recognize faces, enjoy a sunset, all depend on healthy eyes. Nutrition plays an important role in maintaining overall eye health throughout life. Fruits and vegetables provide antioxidants that help support the body's defense systems. Pineapple contributes to that colorful nutritional picture. While it isn't the most famous eye health food, it still offers nutrients that contribute to overall wellness. And here's an important reminder. Eye health isn't protected by one food. It's protected by patterns, consistent nutrition, physical activity, regular checkups, and healthy habits over decades. That theme keeps appearing throughout this documentary. Small actions, repeated consistently, leading to meaningful results. And nowhere is that principle more important than in our bones and joints. One of the greatest gifts of good health is movement. Being able to walk comfortably, play with grandchildren, travel, garden, dance, explore. Movement is freedom, and maintaining that freedom becomes increasingly important as we age. Pineapple contains manganese, a mineral involved in several important bodily functions, including bone health.
Combined with regular exercise, adequate protein, and overall balanced nutrition, minerals like manganese contribute to long-term wellness. Meanwhile, bromelain continues attracting scientific interest for its relationship to recovery and physical comfort. Researchers are still learning about all the ways this unique enzyme interacts with the body. But one thing is clear. Pineapple offers much more than flavor. It's a fruit packed with compounds that continue to surprise scientists. And speaking of surprises, in the next section, we're going to uncover some of the most shocking facts about pineapple that most people have never heard before,
including why pineapple eats you back while you're eating it, and the common mistake millions of people make that prevents them from getting the maximum benefit from this extraordinary fruit. Let's begin this section with one of the strangest food facts you'll ever hear. Have you ever eaten fresh pineapple and felt a slight tingling sensation on your tongue? Maybe a little irritation? Perhaps a feeling that the fruit was somehow fighting back. As strange as it sounds, it kind of is. Pineapple contains bromelain, the remarkable enzyme we discussed earlier. One of bromelain's natural jobs is helping break down proteins. And guess what your mouth is made of?
protein. The surface tissues inside your mouth contain proteins that bromelain can interact with. That's why fresh pineapple sometimes creates that familiar tingling sensation. In a way, while you're eating pineapple, the pineapple is interacting with you too. Of course, this effect is temporary and harmless for most people. In fact, many people find this fascinating once they understand what's happening. It's one of the few foods that can create such a unique sensory experience. Here's the surprising twist. That same enzyme responsible for the tingling sensation is also one of the reasons researchers have been interested in pineapple for decades.
Nature has packed something truly unusual into this fruit. And that raises another question. If pineapple is so healthy, why do so many myths continue to surround it? Let's separate fact from fiction.
This myth has exploded across social media. You'll often hear people say, pineapple is basically candy. But that comparison ignores something extremely important: context. Yes, pineapple contains natural sugar, but it also delivers water, fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and beneficial plant compounds. A candy bar and a bowl of pineapple may both taste sweet, but nutritionally they're very different experiences. Nutrition isn't about fearing foods, it's about understanding foods. For most healthy individuals, enjoying pineapple as part of a balanced diet can absolutely support healthy living. The goal isn't eliminating fruit.
The goal is building a healthy overall eating pattern, and that leads directly into another common misconception. Many people assume all pineapple products are equal. Unfortunately, that's not always true. Fresh pineapple generally offers the most complete nutritional package. Why? Because bromelain is sensitive. Processing and heating can reduce enzyme activity. That means some canned products may contain less active bromelain than fresh pineapple. Does that mean canned pineapple is bad? Not at all. It can still provide nutrients and convenience. But there are differences. The biggest concern isn't necessarily the fruit itself. It's what may be added.
Some products contain extra syrups or sweeteners. That's why reading labels matters. When possible, choose pineapple packed in its own juice rather than heavy syrup. And when fresh pineapple is available, that's often an excellent choice. But wait until you hear the next myth. Because millions of people unknowingly throw away one of the most valuable parts of the fruit. Most people slice a pineapple, remove the core, throw it away, and never think about it again. But here's what's interesting. The core contains significant concentrations of bromelain. It's tougher than the surrounding fruit, less sweet, more fibrous, which is why many people avoid it. But some health-conscious individuals blend the core into smoothies. Others juice it. Some finally chop it into recipes. Now, this doesn't mean everyone should start chewing through tough pineapple cores, but it's a fascinating reminder. Sometimes the most valuable parts of food are the parts we overlook. And that brings us to one of the most practical questions in this entire documentary. When is the best time to eat pineapple? The answer may depend on your goals.
There isn't one perfect time to eat pineapple, but certain times may offer unique advantages. In the morning, pineapple can be a refreshing addition to breakfast. Its natural sweetness pairs beautifully with yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies. As an afternoon snack, pineapple can help satisfy cravings that might otherwise lead to less nutritious choices. After exercise, pineapple provides carbohydrates and hydration that fit naturally into recovery meals. And during meals, pineapple adds flavor and variety without requiring complicated preparation. The real secret isn't timing, it's consistency. The healthiest foods are often the ones you enjoy enough to eat regularly.
And pineapple's versatility makes that surprisingly easy. But there's another important question. What foods pair best with pineapple? Because some combinations may be even more satisfying than pineapple alone. One of the easiest ways to maximize satisfaction from pineapple is pairing it with other nutrient-rich foods. Consider pineapple and Greek yogurt. The sweetness of the fruit complements the protein-rich yogurt beautifully. Pineapple and nuts create another balanced combination. The natural sweetness pairs well with healthy fats and crunch. Smoothies offer endless possibilities. Pineapple with spinach, pineapple with berries, pineapple with protein-rich ingredients.
Even grilled pineapple can transform ordinary meals into something memorable. The beauty of pineapple is that it works in so many different settings: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts. But facts and nutrition only tell part of the story. Sometimes the most powerful lessons come from real people, and that's where we turn next. Sarah was 52 years old. Busy career, busy family, busy life. Like many Americans, she wanted to eat healthier but felt overwhelmed by complicated advice. One day, she made a simple decision. Instead of reaching for processed snacks every afternoon, she began keeping fresh fruit in her refrigerator. Pineapple became one of her favorites.
Not because someone promised miraculous results, but because she genuinely enjoyed it. Over time, that one change led to another. More fruits, more vegetables, more home-cooked meals, more daily walks. Months later, Sarah realized something important. The biggest transformation wasn't physical, it was psychological. Healthy living finally felt sustainable, and that may be the most powerful benefit of all. Finding habits you can actually maintain.
David loved cycling. Even in his 60s, he spent hours outdoors every week. Al-Hissam, he became more interested in nutrition. He started adding pineapple to his recovery smoothies. He enjoyed the flavor, the hydration, and the convenience. Soon it became part of a larger wellness routine. Better sleep, better hydration, better meal choices. Again, pineapple wasn't a miracle solution. It was simply one piece of a much larger healthy lifestyle. But sometimes one small positive habit can trigger many others. And that's exactly what happened. Linda had spent years putting everyone else's needs ahead of her own. Work, children, responsibilities. Life moved quickly. Then, one routine medical appointment reminded her that health deserves attention too. Nothing dramatic happened. No crisis. Just a realization. She decided to make healthier choices consistently. More fruits, more vegetables, more movement,
less processed food. Pineapple became one of the many nutritious foods she began enjoying regularly. Years later, she often says something simple. "I didn't change my life overnight. I changed it one meal at a time." And perhaps that's the biggest lesson hidden inside this entire documentary. Health rarely changes in one dramatic moment. It changes through thousands of small decisions. But we're not finished yet.
Because in the final chapter, we're going to reveal the most practical pineapple strategies of all, including how to choose the perfect pineapple at the store, how to store it correctly, how much is too much, who should be careful with pineapple, and the powerful longevity lesson that ties everything together in a deeply personal way. Stay with us, because the final section may be the most important of all. Let's start with one of the most practical questions. How do you actually choose a good pineapple? Because anyone who has purchased an unripe pineapple knows the disappointment. You bring it home, cut it open, and discover a fruit that's dry, bland, and far less enjoyable than expected. Fortunately, choosing a good pineapple isn't complicated. The first thing to notice is the aroma. A ripe pineapple usually has a pleasant, slightly sweet smell near the base, not overpowering, not fermented, just fresh and tropical. Next, look at the color. Many people assume a completely green pineapple isn't ready. But color alone doesn't tell the whole story.
Some varieties remain relatively green even when ripe. Instead, look for healthy golden tones combined with a fresh appearance. Then there's the famous leaf test. You may have heard people say you should pull one of the center leaves. If it comes out easily, the pineapple is ripe. While this trick isn't perfect, it can provide an additional clue. And finally, pay attention to weight. A pineapple that feels heavy for its size often contains more juice. More juice usually means more flavor. It's a simple detail many shoppers overlook. And here's something fascinating.
The journey from choosing a healthy food to actually enjoying it is one of the most underrated parts of wellness. Healthy habits become sustainable when they're enjoyable, when food tastes good, when preparation feels easy, when nutrition fits naturally into life. Pineapple checks many of those boxes. But bringing it home is only the beginning, because proper storage can make a surprising difference. Fresh pineapple is at its best when handled properly. Whole pineapples can stay at room temperature for a short period if you plan to eat them soon. Once cut, refrigeration becomes important. Store pineapple in an airtight container whenever possible.
This helps preserve freshness and flavor. Many people find that preparing pineapple in advance makes healthy eating easier. Think about those moments when you're hungry, busy, tired, in a hurry. Convenience often determines what we eat. A container of ready-to-eat pineapple in the refrigerator can make a healthy choice feel effortless. And when healthy choices become effortless, they become habits. But that raises another important question. Can you have too much of a good thing? One of the most common nutrition questions is, how much should I eat? The answer is usually less exciting than people expect. Moderation.
For most people, pineapple works best as part of a balanced diet that includes a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. A serving of pineapple can easily fit into breakfast, snacks, or meals. The goal isn't eating enormous quantities. The goal is consistency. Remember, health is rarely built through extremes. It's built through balance. Eating pineapple occasionally won't transform your life overnight, but including nutrient-rich foods regularly over years can contribute to meaningful long-term benefits. And that's a message worth repeating. The body responds to patterns, not isolated moments. Patterns create outcomes.
This perspective becomes especially important when discussing people who may need to be a little more careful. While pineapple is a nutritious food for many people, there are situations where caution makes sense. Some individuals may be sensitive to bromelain. Others may notice mouth irritation from highly acidic foods. and some people may have specific medical considerations that affect dietary choices. That's why personalized healthcare advice always matters. No food is perfect for every person, and no food exists in isolation. Your health is influenced by genetics, lifestyle, sleep, stress, physical activity, relationships, environment, and nutrition. Pineapple can be a wonderful addition to a healthy lifestyle, but it works best as part of a bigger picture.
A picture built around long-term wellness. And speaking of the bigger picture, let's pause and reflect on everything we've learned, because the story of pineapple is much larger than one tropical fruit. Let's bring everything together. Over the course of this documentary, we've explored how pineapple may help support a healthy immune system, digestive wellness, protein digestion through bromelain, healthy aging, antioxidant protection, heart-conscious lifestyles, natural energy, weight management goals, skin health, hydration, exercise recovery, overall wellness routines, healthy eating habits, nutrient diversity, and long-term lifestyle sustainability.
That's a remarkable list for a single fruit. Yet perhaps the most important lesson isn't about bromelain, or vitamin C, or antioxidants. It's about perspective. Because pineapple reminds us of something modern culture often forgets. Health doesn't always come from complicated solutions. Sometimes it comes from simple foods, simple habits, simple choices, repeated consistently over time. And that idea may be more powerful than any nutrition headline you'll ever read.
When researchers study people who live long, healthy lives, they often discover something surprising. These individuals rarely spend their lives searching for miracle foods. Instead, they build lifestyles. They move regularly. They stay socially connected. They manage stress. They prioritize sleep. And they consistently eat nourishing foods. Not perfectly, consistently. There's a difference. Perfection is exhausting. Consistency is sustainable. And sustainable habits are the habits that change lives. Maybe that's the real beauty of pineapple. It's accessible, enjoyable, versatile. Not because it's a magical fruit, but because it makes healthy eating easier.
And easier habits are more likely to become lasting habits. Imagine yourself 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now. The version of you that exists in the future is being shaped by choices made today. Not dramatic choices, small choices, daily choices. The snack you choose, the meal you prepare, the walk you take, the sleep you prioritize, the fruits and vegetables you include on your plate. Those decisions may seem insignificant in the moment, but time has a way of magnifying them. Tiny habits become powerful outcomes. And that's where real longevity begins.
Slowly growing under the warmth of the sun, patiently developing over time. Not overnight, not instantly, gradually. In many ways, health works exactly the same way. The strongest bodies, the healthiest hearts, the most vibrant lives, they aren't built in a single day. They're built one decision at a time. One meal, one walk, one healthy habit, one small improvement. Again and again, until those choices become a way of life. Perhaps that's why pineapple has captured human attention for centuries. Not just because it's delicious, not just because it's beautiful, but because it represents something deeper. A reminder that nature still offers remarkable gifts.
Simple gifts, accessible gifts. Gifts that can help support a healthier life when combined with wise daily choices.
So the next time you see a pineapple sitting in your kitchen or waiting in the produce aisle, you may see more than a tropical fruit. You may see a reminder that extraordinary health often begins with ordinary choices, and that some of the most powerful investments in your future can start with something as simple as what's on your plate today. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you enjoyed this journey into the fascinating world of pineapple, we'd love to hear from you. What surprised you most?
How do you enjoy pineapple? Share your thoughts below. And if you'd like more evidence-based explorations of foods, longevity, nutrition, and healthy aging, be sure to subscribe and join us for the next documentary. Until then, take care of yourself. Take care of the people you love. And remember, your future health is being built by the choices you make today. See you in the next video.